Hey, how are you?
Hey, William, welcome to the Red Room of Death here at Rock 1061.
Right on. You got the red room, I got the black room.
I
Nice. I
know
like
we're very moody today. I think I noticed
Yeah,
it immediately.
yeah.
Well,
In a complimentary way too. It's
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. Well, thank you for spending a few minutes with me today, man. I really do appreciate that. I'm sure you're busy loathing and sulking in your black room of death. But I really do appreciate your time.
Thank you, man. Thank you. You gotta come out of the sulk sometime, Might as well be now.
Well, like I said, thank you for spending some time with me. Obviously, we're talking today because you've worked with the guys over at The Who on doing a new song that is awesome. At the moment I heard it, they played it for me. I was like, this is a jam, guys. This
Uh,
slaps, as the kids say. I'm a 40-year-old man. I'm going to say it slaps, William. Congratulations.
right
Um,
on. Thank you.
but tell us a little bit about the song. Tell us how you got connected with the guys to do it. I know you kind of produced everything kind of without them. You just kind of took what they gave you and you just kind of made it your own. So
Yeah.
explain the process and how you two connect and how this all works.
Oh man. Well, they reached out to me and it was just such a pleasant surprise. It was out of the blue as far as I was concerned. Wasn't not expecting it at all. And then that sort of began this journey of gradually coming to the record that we have now. And it culminated with, as you mentioned, me taking everything they had. I just had them send me all of their sound files, so all of their individual tracks.
Right.
And I worked with those, and then I recorded a whole bunch more tracks on my own, actually right here in this room, and ended up kind of fusing them together. I wrote a song within the song is
Right.
what it turned out to be, and then had to record all of the parts for the song that I wrote within their song, and
That,
then
is
take what
that
they had
weird?
and put it all together. So it was sort of a fusion
Is,
process.
is that a weird process for you? Is that kind of like normal because of the way people collaborate on music nowadays, or was it like very normal, or was it like I don't know what I'm doing? I'm very scared and nervous about how they're going to take this.
I wouldn't say it's normal, at least not for me. I know that people work in a variety of ways, now with all the technology available. But this was actually a first for me.
Okay.
Um, Having said that, I just sort of took it on as a welcome challenge. It wasn't so much like, oh God, I don't know what I'm doing. It was just more a thing of like, okay, like I've made a lot of records over a lot of years, and this is a new workflow. Sort of there are aspects of this process that are new, but the basics are the same. You're trying to get a song that rocks, and you're just trying to. It's sort of telling you what it needs at
Right.
all stages of the process, and then on top of that, you've got you've got the Who and their team, you got the label, and so ultimately, all of the pieces are in place to get where you need to go. You know what I mean? You just have to be willing to do the work. And in this case, I certainly was. I wanted something that was going to give them an anthem that they could really go out into not just America and the West, but the entire world. And because I know those guys sort of were gaining some traction when they first came out, and then the whole world shut down in 2020, and so they're trying to sort of make up for some of that lost time, and also move the ball further down the field. So that's what I sort of am here to do, help them do. And so I was really glad at the way everything turned out, and any challenges, whether they're technical or otherwise, were well worth it.
Nice, nice. And once again, we're talking about the Who's song with William called "This Is Mongol Warrior Souls." Now, I want to talk about the video for a second because you green screened it. Let's face it, you green screened you rocking. You probably did in that room right there. No big deal. But let's talk about how they went four wheeling and didn't even invite you. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Yeah,
Like if
yeah.
someone did invite me to go four wheeling and they went four wheeling and I'm on like the song, do you be mad? Like, are you mad about that?
You know what? all is forgiven in the service of the song and the video. Normally, yeah, I'd be fuming.
Yeah.
In this case, I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it slide.
Okay.
We had to do what we had to do. And no, I didn't actually film it in this room. I guess I could have, but no, I didn't. But yes, it was filmed in another room, some miles away from where I'm sitting right now. And yeah, we got down that way. We got down green screen style. It was cool.
Yeah, no, the video turned out great. I love it, and that's the first thing I noticed. I'm like, man, they didn't invite William. This sucks. This sucks for him. Because
I know I want to be in the Mad Max. Come on,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, you're a guy who likes fun. Like, go on your Instagram. You're a guy who likes fun.
I am a fun guy.
Yeah,
I make I definitely made that known. So next time though, you know what? There's a rain check I think somewhere in there. There's definitely a 4-wheel plan in there somewhere.
I demand a quick tweet just confirming that, hey Marshall, we did actually go 4-wheeling. We're cool now. So one thing I've noticed kind of combing through everything you've done in your career, and tell me if I'm wrong. Do you ever get mad? You're always smiling, or you have like this stoic, I'm rocking it. Like, are you a mad guy? Would you say you have an anger issue? But because you seem so cool all the time.
It depends on the situation, but I've been lucky because I've always had the music to sort of work out all of that stuff,
Okay.
And I think that's been a real saving grace because there's plenty for me to get frustrated about or angry about or whatever, like anyone else. But I'm lucky I have that vehicle that really helps tremendously. And so, yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I like to work a lot too, because it just helps keep everything sort of calibrated, yeah. So I'm very fortunate. I discovered a constructive way
Right.
to work out all those potentially troublesome emotions. I mean, I found a way to get through it from the time I was a little kid, and I've had it served me my whole life. So
well, let's talk
if I'm smiling, that's part of the reason why.
Right. Let's talk about something that could be potentially give you some anger here. I don't mean to cause you any unrest here, but the Grammys have absolutely screwed you over 3 times. Do you hate the Grammys? One, and I mean, we're friends now. We're on you're a reoccurring guest on Rock 106.1. The moment you want to come on, you call me, you're on immediately. I stop the station for you. We're best friends. Do I need to go over to the Grammys and say something? Because I got you back now. We're friends. So, William, please tell me, did the Grammys do you dirty?
Man, you know what? We certainly would have loved to have taken at least one of those home the times we've been up. But, I don't spend a lot of time dwelling on it. You know what I mean? I feel like it's best to take all of that stuff in its stride, because ultimately, if you take it too seriously one way, you got to take it too seriously the other way. So if you place too much importance on any of that stuff, any of these awards, then it's sort of like, man, if you lose, you're really down in the pit. And if you win, it sort of can take on this elevated importance that's maybe not entirely justified. So it just is what it is. I mean, it'd be nice if I'm sure none of us would turn it down. None of us would walk up there and, throw it down on the ground and take it back. Like
when they didn't call your name, did you go to the ceremonies? Were you at each of the ceremonies? So when they didn't call your name, did a little bit piece of you just want to sit up real quick? Just be like, yeah, I knew this. I knew it the whole time. Because I would have. Confidence is key. You know this.
Yeah, no, I mean, the second time especially was that was a trip, because we were all sitting there in a row, and then our the award that we were nominated, the category that we were nominated for came up, and then you just weren't called, so you got to kind of hang out there for a while. That's the more challenging thing, is you got to hang out there for a while, go through I mean, I guess theoretically you could get up and just walk out right then, but it's a much better look if you just kind of hang and then walk out with everybody. And that's what we did. And
very great.
Like I said, it is what it is, you know. Like I just ended up going. My wife was with me, so we just ended up going back. We were staying nearby, in a hotel nearby, and so we just went and had a nice evening. You know, it wasn't earth shattering either way. You know what I'm saying? If we had won, it would have been great. We'd have gone up and done that thing, but we didn't. So maybe next time, and you know, and hey, you know what? Maybe this song. You know what I mean?
Right?
Maybe the song with the Who.
That's
You never
positive
know.
thinking. I like that. I
Yeah.
like that. Well,
Yeah.
let's go to something a little bit happier. But just so you know, the offer still stands. I'm willing to go beat someone up for you on behalf of the Grammys. Just so you know, we're best friends.
The posse. Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about your Instagram. I brought up your Instagram a little while ago. Let's talk about your star of the Instagram. It's pretty obvious. It's your dog. Let's talk about the dog. I can't. Can you please reveal the name of your dog? Would you be willing to do that? We need some breaking news. I need ratings. I need views. I need clicks. What breed of dog? What's the name of the dog?
My wife will be so elated that the dog was brought up and that we're
Absolutely.
getting to talk about the dog. Oh my gosh, this will make her day. Okay, yeah, the dog's name is Zari.
Okay,
Or
sorry.
Zaria. Zaria, yeah. I mean, it's her full name, Zaria, and spelled XARI.
All
So
right.
Australian Shepherd Poodle mix. But mini, I guess, mini Australian Shepherd Poodle mix.
Right.
My wife could break it all down a lot better than I can, but those are the basics right there. And yeah, she's great. She's a joy. We have three cats, and
Oh,
we have that Daria, and it's just really really fun around here because of that. They really lighten everything up. It's great.
the dog's taking over the Instagram, just so you know. I mean, people are loving Zari. I'm glad we could break that news. But there was some questionable stuff on your Instagram as well. And I hope you don't mind. I brought props. I'm like Gallagher. I'm the Gallagher of Savannah. People say that. I have this guy. I thought we'd start with this first. This is you a couple of years back, and your little voodoo doll. Someone gave you a very nice voodoo doll. Do you still have that? Is that close? Can we see it? Is that in the studio? It should be.
It's not in the studio, but actually, I do still have it. Actually, my mother has it.
Oh, okay.
My mother. So yeah, it's at my mother's house.
Okay.
But yeah, it survived that tour. Did survive that tour.
Nice.
Thankfully, I suppose.
I have another one here, and honestly, I'm just stunned. How'd you do this move without blowing out your ACL? Look at your knee. How did you not blow out a leg there? Explain that rock star move, and in my head, how did you complete the tour with a leg like that?
Adrenaline, I guess. That's the only way I can possibly explain it.
Yeah.
A lot goes through, and you're just trying to get it all out, and yeah.
Do you feel it the next day? Like you're like, oh, my knee's a little tight today.
Sometimes you feel it sort of accumulates over the week, but I try to mitigate all of that. I have routines that I do and stuff just to kind of help keep some of the worst aspects of that stuff at bay. So yeah, I mean, the self-care thing is really important on the road, and especially the longer you do this. I mean, we're fortunate to have been able to do it as long as we have, and I'd like to keep on doing it. And so yeah, man, you gotta take care out there. It's not,
Speaking of taking care, this actually runs right into my next picture here. How do you get off being so sexy? Like, how dare you son of a bitch? What are you doing, William Duvall? Why are you topless photos? Sir, this is Instagram. This isn't.
Oh, dude.
How dare you?
Yeah, I know. I try to keep those to a minimum, I guess, because I don't want to give out too much.
Right.
It's like,
I know. We're not doing anything.
Gotta dole that out.
I know we're not doing anything with Alice in Chains, at least at the moment, from recent interviews. But next album cycle, I'm telling you, man, it's Selfie Sunday for you every Sunday. Let's go, bro. And you gotta let the ladies know the new album.
I like the branding. Right. Selfie Sunday.
Dude, I'm here for you. I told you, best friends. And
I see. Wow.
With that, here's another thing that I can help you out with. So I have unlimited time, dude. I don't do anything for. I mean, like I work for Rock 106.1. I don't do work here. Are you kidding me? Did you know that you're kind of like there's another William Duvall out there? I don't like this, and I just threw it out there. And I found him on Instagram when I was searching for you. There is William Duvall Pottery. William Duvall Pottery. He has 75,000 followers.
Okay.
Can we get rid of him? There should only be one William Duvall, right? That's you. Tell me that's not you.
Yeah, you know, again, I'm gonna go ahead and give him a pass, his pottery, because I'm the Godfather when he says, is your interests don't conflict with mine,
Okay.
Like, one of those. It's like, yeah.
But if he gets into the music game, we're gonna have a talk, right?
That might be an issue. Yeah, that might be an issue.
I love it.
Stick with the pottery. Stick with the kiln. Stick with the wheel. We're good.
Right.
Stick with the clay. We're good. Ceramics.
Well,
it's fine. Maybe we could even do a collab. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I am. I'm like, hey, you know what? Maybe I ease into his lane a little bit. I don't know. As long as he doesn't ease into mine. As long as we're not talking about tracks on wood or pottery.
Well, maybe I can help with a collab here. Maybe you could do a full line of pottery pieces, the William Duvall collection.
Yeah.
It would be pretty incredible.
I'm open to it.
Well, William, I appreciate you spending a few minutes out of your day with me. I really do appreciate that. Once again, William Duvall is featured and kind of the man behind the greatness that is This Is Mongol Warrior Soul with The Who, playing here on Rock 106.1. Go download it. Do what you got to do to hear it, because it is an incredible track. And if you want to see him play on green screen and not get invited to go four-wheeling, you can watch the video on YouTube. Once again, I got your back. I'm still pissed about it.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you for having my back and
best friends.
Being my best friend, and thank you for your support of this record. It really means a lot. I'm glad your audience is digging it.
William, I appreciate you so much, man. I really do, man. This was fun. Thank you for letting me be the big giant goof I am. Hopefully, that wasn't too torturous for you on a Monday or on a Tuesday. On a Tuesday of all things.
It's all good, man. And until next time.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Have a great one. Thank you so much.
Thanks, brother. You too. See ya.